As their favorite season drew closer this year, the Jews down in Jewville lacked Hanukkah cheer. In the past, they would gather from lands far and wide to sing Rock of Ages and eat stuff that's fried, to gamble for gelt with their dreidels and sing of how Maccabeus defeated the king. But this year's big plans for the Hanukkah feast seemed dashed when a virus swept in from the east. And instead of trusting in medical science, the king and his minions provoked mass defiance. Fake news, they decreed. This bug is not real. Just like the election they thought they could steal. They grumbled and groaned and made everyone grouchy, promoting quack cures while bad-mouthing Fauci. They tweeted denial, in ignorance basking, selfishly preening in public, unmasking. When the king himself caught it, it raised up a hope that maybe he'd learn some compassion, but nope. Closer to home was more of the same, as far-fetched conspiracy theories cast blame. The governor cowered in fear of the might of the ruthless lieutenant who lurked to his right. Her Bible and gun raised up in her hand in defense of her right to infect the whole land. With the Freedom Foundation, she made a big splash, which, it turns out, was funded with government cash. No, the curve wasn't crushed, and the numbers grew higher. For Jewville, this Hanukkah season felt dire. Alone in their homes, anxiety looming, they tired of distancing, wearied of Zooming. As fear and despair took over the news, the picture looked dark, and not just for the Jews. Yes, in Jewville, the season would be a big zero, unless to the rescue could come a great hero. Then Lucy the Latka stepped up to the plate and said to the virus, "I don't fear your fate. But the virus, he mutated into a grater and smirked with grim glee as he shredded that tater. Their hopes dashed, the Jewville Jews soon started trying. Without their menorahs, the children were crying. Who will save us, they wept. Who is mighty and able? When who should arise but the great Dana Dreidel? She spun around in circles, and it dizzied the bug, giving hope to the people that they'd soon again hug. But just when it seemed that the cure was in reach, the virus reared up and made her drink bleach. Still, all was not lost. Gary Geltbag appeared. He glittered with courage. The Jewville Jews cheered. But alas, once again, their moment of mirth crashed down when the virus deflated his worth. All hope seemed to fade as the day it grew dimmer. But off in the distance, the Jews saw a glimmer. It moved toward the people. Quite quickly it sped. But the light remained dim on Menorah Head's head. Because although their brave hero had surely returned, the light was not strong where the candles once burned. Boxig Reb Moishi, who stood by his side, looked rather subdued with his eyes open wide. The people said, "Save us." Their heroes said, "No.
No.
We must all work together to banish this foe. I've come to deliver a most timely warning. We each have a part to turn darkness to morning. For you fuel my flame in the depths of the night. If we're to prevail, we must all kindle light. If you care for each other, this virus will pass. Be kind, help your neighbors, and yes, wear your masks. If you're feeling sick, then please quarantine, and know that next year we will get a vaccine." Then each Jewville Jew looked into their soul, and the flame of community burned like a coal. With compassion and courage, they banished all fear, and it's said that a great miracle happened here. Folks stood up for the good, started caring for others, being the keepers of sisters and brothers, choosing new leaders who offered fresh starts, heeding good science and opening hearts. Then goodwill and virtue cut straight through the clamor, and it shattered that virus like a Maccabee's hammer. And Mr. Menorah Head, now shining bright, said good yontif to all, and to all a good night.